So good morning or good night depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Chill Dude on a Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're going to talk about the brand new album by Oh Hiroshima, and it's called All Things Shining. So they're a post-rock band from Sweden. They've been around for a few years now, and now they're signed to Pelagic Records, and this is an album that it's 8 songs, 43 minutes, and it finds the band exploring different territory from their post-rock. There's some songs here that sound more immediate and something different from their previous albums. Like at the beginning, they were more like instrumental. They had vocals, but they weren't the most important things on the songs. It was more like focused on instrumental. But on this record, the vocals and the lyrics are as important as the music. So this is a band that is, first of all, they have lineup changes, but there's 2 brothers in the band, and that's the person, they have Jakob Hemström and Oskar Hemström, and they do the sound of Oh Hiroshima. They have some other musicians here and there, but they are, the bulk of the band. So the album starts with a single called Wild Iris, and this is the track from the band that it feels like the most immediate track, and it gets to the point quickly. I was reminded of the sound of a band like Fries, for example, on this track, and it's got a great driving halftime groove to it that I really enjoyed. And the first opening line is, "My friends are ordinary," and you're like, that's an interesting line. And then it goes a lot into like trying to not be mediocre in your life. There's a line that it says, "It's been way too long since lightning struck right through you." So it's like a wake-up call to like, hey, life is passing you by. Let's shake up and live. So this is an album that the lyrics are not that easy to decipher. I think they can mean something differently depending on who's the listener, and I think that's intentionally. I think Jacob writes the type of lyrics that could, really be like, okay, you could interpret them one way or another, but it's not like cookie cutter, easy to decipher. And I think that makes for a great listen because any song can mean anything different on the listener. So yeah, the album has great tracks. I like Holiness Movement, which is the second track, and again, something that this album has a lot is a very lush sound. They mix post-rock with indie rock, progressive rock, and even some shoegaze elements into the songs. So it's a slow album, like the music is not like super fast. It's the type of album that you have to like listen to more than once to get the nuances. But the vocals and the melodies on it are so beautiful and pristine. I think Holiness Movement has a part like in the minute 30 that it has like this great beautiful guitar tone that it really soothes the soul. Like I love the tones. Then you have like longer songs that experiment more with the post-rock, like Swans in the Field, Rite of Passage, which is like an almost 8-minute album song. The song is almost 8 minutes, and it's in the middle of the album. And again, another song that plays with pacing. And the album also ends with Memorabilia, which is a very long track. And again, the spacing, the lushness of the tracks really go into place. I think the singles are the shortest songs that they release, and I think it's for a reason because they're very catchy. But the album has like a cohesive sound, like all the songs have something similar in the tone of the guitars. So you have a song like Secret Youth, which is a more upbeat track, and again feels kind of uplifting at times. But I think the single that I like the most, I like Deluge a lot because it has like this thing with the guitar that goes like it's like a noise that it has like at the beginning, and then you have it like in parts of the song, and which makes it stand out. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that song because of that sound in particular. So it's very smart to have like a sound that makes a song very distinctive. What would I say maybe would be like the drawbacks from this album, well, if you want an album that is like more fast-paced and rocking all the way, this is not the album for you. But if you're looking for something contemplative, beautiful, very similar in that tone to the last Alcest album, I think Oh Hiroshima with All Things Shining has that type of tone. It's an album that I think there's like a common theme throughout the record, and it's about, the singer contemplating all the struggles in life, but at the end of the day, there's always like a light shining. So there's always hope. So even though it's a sad record at times, I think it's a hopeful record. And I think the band is improving on like the lyrics and writing more songs and not just focusing on the music like they did more in the past. So if you like post-rock and if you like that type of like melancholic and like musical driven type of music, you will like this. I think it's a great album. I've been listening to it for a while now because I got to interview Jakob on the channel, and we talk more about some of the lyrics and the themes on this record. So I'm gonna post this somewhere, so if you haven't watched that, watch that interview. So I wanna know from you, Couchers, what do you think of All Things Shining by Oh Hiroshima? What are your favorite tracks? Comment down below. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.